All right, Mr. Curcio, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm great, man. How's everything?
Oh, fantastic, man. Fantastic. So today we're gonna run through your Google profile with what I just did with it and the importance of it, and then run through some lofty stuff too. But I wanted to introduce you first off. If you guys don't know who Matt Curcio is, you're missing out. First off, okay, that is like this. Look at that smile. Like, dude he's just a good dude, man. He wants to help you. Matt, how many people you got in your downline, man, with Real Broker?
So yeah, let's see, somewhere around 1075. So over 1,000 people.
75. How long is it taking you to get there?
So I am on my fifth year here at
Fifth
Real.
year. And
Yep.
what do you do to get those people in your downline, man?
Um, Honestly, I have a few hundred within 45 minutes or so around my office.
So
So
cool.
being a pillar in the real estate community locally has helped. And then being part of masterminds, trainings over I've been doing this since 2001. So all the different, you know, trainings and trainers and, mentors that I've had, you stick tight with people that you meet like me and you do. So
Yeah,
that's proven to help me grow in other places. So,
sure. So me and you met at an event. We met at a WGR event up in Utah.
yeah,
I remember going there and I was like, oh, this is so nice, man. This is so cool.
yeah.
I remember having really good wine at that place, man. That place was bomb.
It
But
was crazy.
you
And
do
I had
events.
never been to Utah, so it was definitely an experience for me. And
Oh yeah,
it
man.
was neat seeing a whole different side. I didn't even, because in all my different masterminds, I we weren't seeing a lot of West Coasters. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And never Utah was
Yeah.
never part of it. So it was cool to meet a whole new group of realtors, real estate, seeing it done differently in Park City and all that. So it was definitely cool.
Yeah, man, from Jersey to Utah, a little different, dude, for sure, man. I love that.
Yeah.
So you do events like that now too, right? Like
Yeah.
you, I mean, I see you all over social media blowing people up, man, and they are just people are loving what you got going on.
Yeah, man. So we started training agents. Well, I built a team. My team started in 2010. So that's when I started creating systems around all the different processes. We were doing about 120 sales with only a couple agents, plus myself. So I tell people like I was doing, over 100 deals at a point where that was the first goal of a team. And there was a lot of bottlenecks that come from going from 50 deals to 100, even though you have additional agents, like, and that would, there wasn't really roadmaps at the time.
Yeah.
So that's where we got into technologies, which today I use Lofty now for all that stuff. And, that's where training started. And then as we grew into this, the new world, I say, of real estate companies like Real Broker, where you can help agents anywhere. We
Yep.
started doing trainings all over the place, which basically is how I ran my team. How can you do it, and what works within the world of real estate, and what's still, I still sold over 30 homes last year. So um, people want to know, what's going on and how does that work? So
That's so cool, man. I dig it, man. I'd love to see what you're doing, man. And I'm glad you brought up the whole systems thing because that's really what we're talking about today on a couple of systems here.
yeah,
And so I'm gonna share my screen, man. And if you're cool with it, I'm gonna share your Google Business profile and show what I did to it and point out some cool stuff, ask some questions during the process, man. And that way we can help everybody out on that. From there, we'll just jump into Lofty and show some really cool things that they get. And just so you guys know, with Real Broker, it is $50 a month to get Lofty. And if you put all the bells and whistles that you get with Real, you're looking like a $700 a month system that you get for 50. It's absolutely insane. So you're going to be very, very happy with that. The first one though is Google Business Profile. So I'm going to hit share and let's rock and roll on that, man. Let me find the share button here first. All right, here we go. Right, cool. Can you see your Google Business profile, Matt?
now I can. Yep.
All right, cool. So, easy way to get to this, because a lot of people don't even know how to get to their Google profile, is you simply go to Google and you punch in the business name. If you see
Yep.
this right here, you're in the right spot. If you don't, that means you need to go up here to the upper right and you need to actually change the email that you're logged in with, because this is going to be anybody who manages or is the admin on the account here. So, first off, you just start running through and just filling in the blanks really on a lot of this stuff. So like Matt's profile was looking pretty good. We tuned up a couple things, but one thing on there was like his reviews. He responded to a bunch of his reviews, the newer ones that have come in. But when we went down to like 2020 and maybe past, so like it would have been right in here, the 2019 pass, there was like 10 of them or so that weren't replied to. So we went and replied to them. But what I want to show you is the way we replied to it. So like in here, you see we're mentioning South Jersey. We're talking about what their review was. You see we mentioned that in a few of the different ones here and how it all works. Like you're just personal with this person against
Yeah.
South Jersey. This is all keyword loaded stuff right here. If somebody drops your review and says you are the best agent in South Jersey, and somebody types it in Google, your Google profile is going to come up based off their reviews. So that kind of stuff's really important. And then the way you respond to it is super important. So make sure those things are completely taken care of. And if you're like, hey, I don't like, I'm not going to go through, maybe I got 100 reviews, just click unreplied right here and you'll see any of the ones that need to get taken care of. So we did take care of that for you. Photos, make sure you got photos added in there. Add as many as you want. Just know that they don't really like stock images a ton. We do add stock images here and there. Like if somebody has nothing, like we'll use what we have to work with them. But like your types of photos and stuff, you have all kinds of things going on of like events and your signs and all that stuff. That's great, right? Oh, I did add a cover right here. So these first two, you get your logo, you get your cover. So I threw that in there for you. But add in photos, and they like photos from your phone, quite honestly. And you can even encourage your clients to leave reviews with a photo on there. Another thing here, when's the last time you remember posting on your Google profile, man?
It's been a while because um, I think we had a social media manager that was, you know, touching whatever we posted on Instagram, she would post on there as well.
Okay, cool. So as you see coming down here, so I see last year, a couple years ago, you had some stuff going on there. So what I did, I threw a post in there for you, and then I scheduled you stuff out for about a month. So you got posts going on every few days, but I mix it up. So like you got call now, like these learn more, these are buttons in here. And so this somebody can call you directly from here, right? They'll
Nice.
learn more buttons. Those will go to different parts of your website. So like a lot of people don't even know you can post on this thing as like a social media. And
Yeah.
it's not hard to do. You literally
Mhm.
come right here to post. You can say add post and you have an update, you have an offer, and you have an event. Updates literally just like your regular post. You put whatever you want, you add in some images or even a video. Video's got to be like 30 seconds to be able to make it on Google. And then right here, this is a newer thing where you click
Less
this
than
and you can
30 or at least 30?
you want to be like right at 30, less than 60, I would say. So
Okay.
like 30 to 45 are usually pretty good. And then schedule these things to go out right here. So you literally can schedule them to go. The button, you can decide what you want. So like learn more, you put whatever you want in there as far as the link goes and schedule stuff out. If you get in there once a week, it should take you like 10 or 15 minutes maybe to schedule it out for like the whole month. One thing that people miss out on a lot with this is this event right here. Every single open house that you do should be a Google event. So you literally punch in the title, description, when does it start and stop? You can have a button that goes to that search, cool video. Maybe you did a quick GIF or something about the house, something quick and easy. This will show up on Google. People don't realize that. This right here, people do open houses like crazy. And I know people. I just got off the phone with a lady who does a lot of open houses and has not put these on there. She didn't know. And so I showed her, she's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Because it does. It shows up on Google as local events, which is awesome. So that's one thing that you should be doing right off the bat. Performance, advertise, it's just kind of like data points. Products, these are very cool. This is a way for you to link back to your website. So your products here, if it will load for me, hold on. There we go. Give me back here. All right, I'll show you right here. So like these are products. Still loading. Down here on the bottom, all of these you can link back to your website. And it could be any page. It could be any page that you want to link back to. It could even be home searches, searches in Pittman, searches in like specific neighborhoods in South Jersey. You can create a product and link back to your website. Now, one thing, if you get into your Google profile and you do not see and edit products, that means you're not allowed to have them. They're starting to do away with products for real estate agents. So, how do we get around that? It's your services. So, do you remember adding in any of your services, dude, or no?
Recently?
Probably a while ago. I don't know the last time you were in here, but do you remember adding any services at all?
Yeah, I think it was like a month ago. We went through, cleaned up all my profiles with chat. It
Okay,
helped me find certain buttons and all that, and all the profiles we had. So yeah.
cool. So, like this one right here, this downsizing move up buyer strategy, what you had on there was this title just kept going all the way. It was like a super long title, right?
Okay.
Not a terrible idea, but you didn't have any descriptions on here. So what I did is I went in, I cleaned up, I added a bunch of stuff, but like this one here was a cleanup one. I went in here, I cleaned up the title, and then everything that you had that was in the rest of it, plus I embellished a little bit more, goes in the description. That's how
Okay.
you're able to really add in more. So I got like Pittman, South Jersey. I got a couple of your other areas scattered in with all your services. But you can see here, there's a lot of services, and each one of them have descriptions. People don't realize, like, look at all the commercial stuff that's in there, right? Like
Mhm.
that, like you had some stuff was just categories and no services. So I just went ham on all this stuff, man. But you can see how there's like Pittman, New Jersey, South Jersey, kind of scattered like throughout everything, right? Google's
Yep.
going to be able to pull that stuff. So if you're like, hey, like I want to add some stuff in here, when you click on the more services, you can add a custom service right here. And then once that gets added, you get the ability to add a description in there. So that stuff just really important, good stuff. The last two things that I'm going to talk about on here is the your profiles. If you don't have all your social media profiles on here, you just go to profiles. Oh, these are all my extra profiles that I manage. But you go there, it'll pull them up. You can add all your social medias and stuff in there. You can also get to it from edit profile as well. And then ask for reviews. A lot of people will send like this link or like the Google profile, like the share link for this. That the right way to do it is where it says ask for reviews. You grab that link right there and then even that QR code, that's what you use. When you click on just this link, this share link down here, it'll take you to the Google profile, but not to the reviews. That takes you straight to where somebody can give you 5 stars, drop a review, and an image. So that's everything all the way through on that, man. That's all the important stuff. You got any questions on any of that?
No, no. I know you check my office hours. I try to tell the realtors to stay open, get up early and let the phone ring late. So I did it till 11. There's
Yeah.
nothing negative there, right?
No, not at all, man. I actually have a lot of agents that do 24 hours a day. And
Okay.
I know for a fact I'm not awake 24 hours a day, so I know they're not awake 24 hours a day. But, that's their jam. If they want to wake up in the middle of the night to answer the phone, that's on them. I have two phones now, man. I have a personal line and a business line. So after hours, I turn my business line off or on the weekends, hanging out with the fam. That's just how I choose to do things. You know what I mean? I know everybody's
Yep. Yep.
different on that. And then so just so you know too, so like on the scheduling and all this, we do have a service for this. We charge $50 a month and we get you 2 or 3 posts a week and we'll respond to reviews for you. It's all on autopilot. It's an automation that I have. So if that's ever something you want to do or somebody that's just like struggling on this stuff, man, we got a little solution for them. So I'm gonna roll into Lofty now. I'm gonna
Yep.
switch the tab. Can you see Lofty now?
Yep.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna run through a couple cool things here. All right. And I know you use Lofty, so I know there's all kinds of goodies that you use as well. Hopefully, I get to show you some cool stuff that you may not be using. All right. So, like I said, if you're with Real Broker and you're not using this, I think you're somewhat crazy. You may need a straitjacket. $50 a month for this. This is insane. No joke, it's 700 if you go and add up all the little things that you get. Even as simple as 200 text messages a day is default. You get 500 with Real. So just something as simple as that. It's crazy, right? Even the emails and stuff like that. So, couple things real quick. Easy ways to get information out to your clients. And honestly, most people have a database and then they kind of freak out a little bit and they're like they don't want to like scare their database. They don't want to like overdo it on their database. I can guarantee you 90% of the people in your freaking database don't even know who you are. Who gives a crap, man? Make noise. That's what I'm talking about. Make noise, get it out there, tell people what's going on. I think you'll be surprised. And the whole point of this system is to automate it so that way you can be pulling people out of the system and not have them in there, or you can have the people moving forward on stuff. So, like, do you use the mass actions a lot, Matt?
Um, to the consumers that I have leads, yes, less to my sphere.
Okay.
My my opinion of Lofty is, well, the people within Lofty is Anybody who owns a property where you have the address to that property needs a market update. I don't care if they're never selling, never talked about selling, give them a market update to their zip code. The easiest thing is just set it up for their zip code once a month, right?
Yeah.
Sold listings. If it's something like if you know the house is between 4 and 600,000, you would drop that search to, like, let's say Pittman sold between 4 and 600, right? 3 bedrooms or more, or single
Yeah.
families, or condos if they own a condo. You would get granular with the ones you can get granular with because people just stare at it. Like, I literally sold a home like 3 months ago. For some reason, the guy I sold the house to, it was husband, wife, like, he keeps going in and watching. And I'm like, you just bought your home. I hope nothing bad's going on.
He's like, shoot, man, I got to do a remodel. I need a cash out refi,
Either that
man.
or like we need to find a new place.
Yeah, there you
Or he
go, man.
does.
See,
So
that's the
you
thing.
never know, man.
Like you
But
said. And how did you know that he was going in and looking at it? Did Lofty tell you?
oh yeah, it told me it appears to be an eager buyer. And I was like, huh, that's weird. He just
There you
closed.
go. This right here at the top, this priorities AI right here is another way to be able to find that stuff, man. So like if your AI is turned on, it will pull a lot of that kind of stuff up right here as well. So I love that that's what's going on with you. I actually talked to a guy the other day. He's like, "Man, I got my first booking. Somebody scheduled a showing on my website. It
Yeah.
confirmed on my calendar, man. It was awesome." I'm like, "Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work, man." So mass actions is there's a couple different ways that you can use it here. So I'm just going to select this current page. All right. When you do that, you got this other menu that comes up across the top. The mass email is, in my opinion, probably the most underutilized thing in this system. So, like you do YouTube stuff, right? I like to do YouTube stuff. People aren't pushing their YouTube videos out to their database. If they have something cool, whether it's a new listing, whether it's a cool video they did explaining forms, any of that kind of stuff. If you come right here, you can put the YouTube share link in here, click insert, and it's going to put that YouTube video right here in your email. And then maybe you're doing it late at night. I work late a lot of times. You can come down here to this little dial and schedule when you want that to go out, right? And to that same point, anything that you're doing email wise, you can schedule it out, whether you're just going to one person or you're going to several. And so, like for this one, I'm going to show you how to do a quick listing, like to throw a listing out there. You click the little house, insert specific listings. I'm just going to punch in whatever on the numbers and see what comes up.
Yeah.
All right, we'll grab this guy right here. I have no idea whose property that is, but it pulls it right here. Oh, I had my cursor below the
Yeah, yeah, that's
email
fine.
signature, or else it would be up there. But you see this? This is a direct link to this property. This hyperlink right here goes straight to the property on the website. This is a way to be able to blast out to all these people a new listing that you have. Maybe even something that you think is cool. Like, hey, check out the insane pool on this thing. Or, I mean, you guys in Jersey, I don't even know if you guys have pools up there. Dude, I don't know if it gets hot enough, man. You guys just go jump in the
Use
ocean.
them. We use them for 90 days.
Yeah, there
Three,
you
4 months. That's
go.
it.
For sure.
June, July, August. That's about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Barely in June last year.
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, it's been hot here. Now it's like cold. We're like bipolar up here. But like
Yep.
this mass emailing thing, people don't use this. If you even just did this once a week and you kind of acted almost like a weekly newsletter and you blasted out to your people of what's going on or a video that you just created, you will get more action happening in your business for sure. It's not even a question on
Yeah.
that.
And another good tip for that is investments, right? Like, are you interested in investing? Here's a deal of the week or a deal of the month that I found. If you ever want to learn more about real estate investing, reply here and you'll pull the people with, interest on it.
Exactly. And another thing on that, which I don't know if you use this or not, but I bet you do. Do you have a pipeline for agents in your Lofty?
I do.
Okay. So I think most people should, whether they're recruiting or not. I think they should have all their local people in there because, like I just was blasting that listing out, most agents aren't just sitting on the MLS all day chilling, So you blast out a cool video and a little something about it, and it's like, hey, if you got buyers, hit me up. You just hit everybody in your area from a mass email inside the system. You know what I mean? And then you have them in their own pipeline, so there's no automation or anything like that happening. People don't do that, and they absolutely should. One
Yeah, we
more thing.
created the agent pipeline as a training pipeline um, for different stuff we were releasing. And as I brought team members and my network onto Reel, anybody who wanted to train, okay, I'll just put you right in the 2 week, crash starter course. Use it
Perfect.
or don't. It's up to you.
Yeah, I love that, man. That's awesome. Do you ever do any mail outs, like full blown, like send out paper snail mail?
Not, I've never touched Lofties.
Okay, so this is a way for you to still do it. You're basically exporting the data. I don't know if you know this is available, but you select all your people, and then right here on more, you scroll down to mailing label right here. You click that, it will export all the data that you have in the back end of the person's profile with all their mailing stuff, and it will set it up for labels. You can print them right out, and then now you can send out to your database that way. Most people don't even know that's a thing, and I know a lot of people that do mail outs, even just like monthly newsletters. I remember picking up a $900,000 sale. I had sold the house a year before that for like 650 or something. I was sending out the monthly newsletter snail mail to all my people. Cost me 150 bucks to do,
Mhm.
and I got that freaking deal out of it. It was like because I was mailing everybody that I sold a listing on too. And yeah, I'm like, well, that was like the best ROI on the planet right there.
Yeah.
So quick, easy way to be able to do that in there. And then I want to
Is there
show.
direct postcards from there too, or no?
You totally can. So when you're in
I thought
marketing
there
right
was.
here, you can go direct mail and it will literally set up like any of the campaigns and stuff like that that you have. The right here under content and design center, this is their entire back end of Lofty, all their stuff back here. Let me hit that. So it's like holiday stuff, open house stuff. I mean, you come in here and you do some tweaking and changing on this stuff. Like if I wanted to edit this one right here, it pulls it up to where I can do whatever I want. I can come over here, I can add any property from the MLS, and it will pull all the images straight in there. Any of the stuff that I want to change. And then once I'm done, the little buttons in the upper right, I can download it. I can send it to the social studio. I can email or text it to my entire database. And then once you have this in there, you can say checkout, and that will set up the postage to where you can have that stuff go out. It's pretty
Wow.
cool. Pretty cool how that works. And that was something I was actually looking at here. Not everybody has this video library. It's starting to get put into everybody's now, but people don't know that in the back end, under your listings right here, you can actually go to just your listings and you can create a video slideshow just based off of the photos and then take that and throw it on YouTube. So you at least have something going on with your
All right.
YouTube, which is super, super cool. You ever use that?
I have not yet. No.
Okay, so you literally it's the this little video right here, and it pretty much just creates you a little slideshow with some music, and that way you can rock and roll with it. One more thing, because I don't want to like drive people crazy on this one of like, oh my gosh, this is so freaking overwhelming. I want to show one more thing on here that most people do not do that it's, in my opinion, a very, very good thing that Lofty has. It is an upgrade, but we get it with real. So under where are we at here? Right here, marketing, social agent. Used to be called the social studio. Okay. When you come in here and you got your posts and stuff, what this is a social media scheduler. Most people do not post on their business pages that much because they're just like, dude, it takes so long and takes time and I got to create this crap. Well, this right here, planner, you can pay a little extra. I think it's like 30 bucks a month and Lofty will just create everything for you, 100%. They'll do the images, they'll do the post, they'll post it, schedule it out, do the whole thing. I don't do that. I like to schedule them out myself. So when you come over here, you can add channels. Here's all the channels that works with them. Once you say add, you just connect them. And then when you're in post, you just say create a post. You can say whatever you want. You can even pull in a house. I'll just grab this one here. Pulls in stuff from the MLS, shows you what it looks like on the bottom, depending on where it is that you're posting it. Put in whatever else you want, and then you can come up here to the edit and you schedule it out to go out whenever you want. Last little thing on here, you see these little buttons? People don't even know what the heck these are. Okay, so when you come in and hit custom content, this is a way for you to tie in your MLS to your social media. So once that's set up, all you have to do, you go to your MLS, you say open house, you say contingent, new listing, whatever, coming soon, all that stuff. It will automatically post it to your social media as soon as you change it in your MLS. So as soon as you change stuff there, when this is set up properly, it will just auto post for you. And a lot of people don't do that because it kind of freaks them out, They're like, "Oh, what if it says something wrong?" Literally in the back end of this stuff, you can decide how you want it to be, like the open house, right? So it's telling me that I'll need to upgrade to use this feature now. Okay, so Apparently that's an upgrade now. Didn't used to be an upgrade. But in here, I think it was only like, yeah, you see how it says here listing, the new listing. So this is the base templates. You can come in here and you can change up the templates. Okay, I see what they did here. So this is where you can change that template. You can go to see if it changes it there. Nope. Okay. So yeah, they're just showing you what you can do now. So I'm gonna find out how much that costs. But that right there is awesome. And the social media
Yeah.
scheduler as well is something people are not using and they absolutely should. And you can decide which ones you wanted to post on from there. You can literally turn them on or off and it shows you everything of what's going on. So there's so many more things from smart plans to the property alerts and all that kind of stuff. The people's back end of the profile of what they can see. There's just so much that can be done inside the system, and it is just so so cool. But I'm gonna hop out of the screen share. And man, do you got any advice for anybody using Lofty? You've been using it a
Oh
long time,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, so I learned all these softwares as I, individually sold 45 to 60 homes a year continuously. So I was into software back in probably 2005 when they all
Wow.
came out. And we use Lofty as a transaction, TC basically.
Yep.
Uh, so we take a listing, we click a button, starts an email series to the seller, texting included. I'm actually probably going to start converting it to text because so many more people are in their text. However, we do give a clear instruction at the beginning that says, please check your email and make sure our email didn't go to spam because you have instructions coming,
Yeah.
right?
How about the phone
And
number? Do you
send me
make
your
sure they put the phone
survey.
number in their
Say it
phone?
again.
Do you make sure they put the phone number, the virtual number in the phone too for the texting?
I don't, but I do let them know it's Matt from my website.
Perfect.
This
Okay,
way they
cool.
don't, try
Yep.
they can text back. I get the reply, but I want them to, save my other number. That's the one we're
100%.
going to text from most of the time.
There you
And then yeah, we just have a string of stuff. So we call it new listing to under contract listing to sold, and then new buyer under contract. And that's, I teach as well and coach and all that. I want all of my agents using that because there's just clear stuff that you can knock and get out of the way. We hit the button, buyer under contract. Immediately, they have a list of inspection
go.
people, right? Whether
Yep.
doesn't matter, water, sewer, or septic, home inspector, pest, all the like, here's everybody. Call and set them up. And then clear instructions for how to go to closing. A lot of agents in my world do things like they'll order the CO from the township. And when I teach, I'm like, hey, wouldn't it be nice if your seller got back to you and said, hey, CO's ordered. Thanks for that email. Here's 5 of my past clients that like literally we send them the instructions and they go do it. And I tell everybody like they're the ones that put the heater in and the water heater without the permit. They can have the argument with the city,
Yeah,
not me.
exactly. So do you use the
So
checklist then inside like the transactional side? That's how you get all that stuff?
So we email instructions with our myself. The way Lofty has it, myself is the checklist owner. So
Okay.
my admin will log in as me and check off. We got the mortgage commitment, we got the home inspection items out, all that stuff. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, that's so cool, man. There's so much automation in there that people are missing out on, and the most basic stuff would help people get more business. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's pretty
yeah.
wild, man. So, dude, I appreciate you hopping on with me today and taking a peek at this stuff and letting me show everybody what your Google profile looks like, and how all that works and how everything ties to Lofty with that as well, and like the reviews pull in and everything. So I appreciate you hopping on with me, man. And I know we've been doing stuff. For a while, So if anybody needs help with their Lofty, this is what I do. I build the full systems, I do trainings. If you have your stuff dialed in, but you just want like your team a little tune-up training, hit me up. That's what we do. So here to answer any of that stuff on the Lofty side of life. And then Mr. Matt Curcio, like I said, if you guys don't know this dude, you need to. He's got a lot of influence. He's the super smart guy, and as you can see on here, he's just freaking down to earth, cool dude, man. I love chatting with him. We get all kinds of tangents all the time too, and it's just like it's just fun
Yeah,
chatting, you know what I mean? So
absolutely,
I
man.
enjoy it, but he is an absolute killer with real, huge bit of influence. So if you got questions about real, hit him up as well, and he'd love to chat with you on that kind of stuff. So Matt, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your time today, dude, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.
You too. We'll catch
Thanks,
up
buddy.
soon.